Andrea Bocelli just made an announcement that's sending shockwaves through the music world, and what he's revealing will change everything. Subscribe now because you won't believe what comes next. The name Andrea Bocelli brings tears to millions. His voice has moved people at Olympic Games, World Cups, and sold out arenas across every continent. Nearly 90 million records sold worldwide. 7 classical BRIT awards. A Golden Globe. A star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. For 30 years, Bocelli has been the voice that proves music truly is a universal language. But 2025 is different. This year, the world is not just hearing Andrea Bocelli. They are finally seeing the man behind that incredible voice. And what he is revealing in his new documentary hitting theaters is more powerful than any performance he has ever given. On September 24, 2025, Andrea Bocelli, Because I Believe will premiere in cinemas worldwide. This is not just another concert film. This is not a collection of his greatest hits played over pretty visuals. This is Bocelli unfiltered, telling his complete story for the first time, without holding anything back. Director Cosima Spender followed the tenor beyond the stage, into his home, into his private moments with family and lifelong friends, capturing a side of Bocelli that fans have never seen. And the timing could not be more significant. Bocelli turned 67 on September 22, just one day after the film releases. This documentary is his birthday gift to the world, and the gift is truth. Bocelli himself explained why he agreed to this level of exposure. He said the reason he welcomed with enthusiasm and gratitude the proposal to capture his entire life on film, in its entirety, without filters, is reflected in the very title, Because I Believe. He believes in people. He believes in life. He believes in God, who gave life to us. And he believes in the power of love, the force that moves the world, a love he has humbly tried to witness through his music and his life. It is for the sake of this message, of which he remains but a modest messenger, that he hopes this film will be seen. These are not just pretty words from a press release. These are the words of a man who knows his time on earth is limited and wants to make sure his message outlives his voice. The documentary premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival back in September 2024 to strong reactions. Critics praised the intimate access and the way Spender captured not just the performer, but the person. Bocelli appears comfortable on camera, relaxed, telling stories the way he tells them to his oldest friends. He narrates the film himself, guiding viewers through his journey from humble beginnings in the Tuscan countryside to sold-out shows at Madison Square Garden. The film blends archival footage with candid fly-on-the-wall moments. You see young Bocelli paying his dues as a barroom pianist, leveraging his musical talent to make money before fame found him. You see the moment everything changed. That moment came when Italian pop star Zucchero, who had recorded a hit single with the legendary Luciano Pavarotti, decided to take Bocelli on the road to sing Pavarotti's part. Audiences were immediately smitten by the handsome tenor who could straddle pop and opera like a champion. His career, boosted by a televised talent show win, was soon rising fast. But the film does not shy away from the struggles either. Bocelli was born in 1958 with congenital glaucoma, a disorder that affected his vision from birth. Then at age 12, while playing goalie in a boarding school soccer match, he took a blow to the head that left him completely blind. His world went dark. And in that darkness, he found music in a deeper way than most sighted people ever could. Director Cosima Spender said her aim was to evoke the atmosphere of Andrea's world, to hear how music permeates every moment of his everyday life, to feel the force of his voice when he is warming up, to witness his undeniable optimism, and to hear him tell a good story in the way he tells it to his oldest friends. That last part is crucial. Bocelli is not performing in this documentary, he is simply being himself. And what emerges is a portrait of a man who never lost touch with his roots despite becoming one of the most famous voices on earth. The film shows Bocelli at home on his sprawling estate in Tuscany, the same region where he grew up. His second wife, Veronica, and their youngest child, Virginia, are there. So is his brother. So are childhood friends he has known for decades. Bocelli invites the camera into his life not to show off his success, but to show what matters to him. Family, friendship, faith, the simple pleasures of good food, good wine, and good conversation. One reviewer noted that several scenes showcase his ongoing, decades-long friendships with childhood mates. Bocelli never became the kind of star who forgets where he came from. He credits his parents, who sold farming equipment, with keeping him grounded. He calls himself a country boy at heart. The documentary also explores Bocelli's work ethic and artistic standards. Those who work with him describe an uncompromising artist who demands perfection from himself first, before expecting it from anyone else. But they also describe a devoted family man with a fearless passion for living. That combination of discipline and joy is rare. Most great artists are tortured souls who suffer for their craft. Bocelli suffered too. Losing your sight at 12 is trauma that would destroy many people. But instead of letting blindness define him, Bocelli used it to sharpen his other senses and deepen his connection to music. He often says that not seeing the world with his eyes allows him to see it more clearly with his heart. The film has been praised as beautifully crafted and insightful. It offers unprecedented access into the celebrated tenor's life. Bocelli is credited as a producer along with his manager wife Veronica, which means he had control over what made it into the final cut. Some critics noted that this means the film is more hagiography than warts and all exposed. But fans do not care. They want to celebrate Bocelli, not tear him down, and the film gives them plenty to celebrate. One reviewer called it a powerful celebration of a man who continues to touch the hearts of millions of people across the globe. Another said it was a once-in-a-lifetime experience to see Bocelli's extraordinary life and music on the big screen. The theatrical release, through Trafalgar Releasing, which acquired worldwide distribution rights from Lionsgate, ensures the film will be seen on cinema screens across the globe starting September 21, 2025. Tickets went on sale July 16, and demand has been strong. Bocelli's fans are loyal and devoted. They buy tickets to his arena tours months in advance. They stream his music millions of times. They pass his songs down through generations. Now they get to experience his life story the way it deserves to be experienced. On the big screen. With great sound. Surrounded by other people who love him. But the documentary is just the beginning of what is making headlines for Bocelli in 2025. His tour schedule is absolutely packed. He has 13 major North American arena dates scheduled for October and December 2025, hitting cities like Orlando, Atlanta, Greensboro, Dallas, Lexington, Hamilton, Boston, Detroit, Hartford, Miami, and Washington, D.C. He will also return to Madison Square Garden in New York City for 2 performances. These are not small venues. These are 15,000 to 20,000 seat arenas. And Bocelli sells them out. Based on reports to Polestar, Bocelli averages over 11,000 tickets sold per show with an average gross of over $2 million per performance. Those are superstar numbers. The tour is sponsored by global investment firm Stifel, and all shows will be conducted by Maestro Stephen Mercurio. On select dates, Bocelli will be joined by local orchestras including the Omaha Symphony, the Knoxville Symphony, the Louisiana Philharmonic Orchestra in New Orleans, the Houston Symphony Orchestra, the Colorado Symphony in Denver, and the Tulsa Symphony. The setlist will feature selections from Bocelli's extensive catalog, his uplifting solo album Believe, his beloved crossover hits, famed love songs, arias from the operatic repertoire. For the December shows, he will include music in honor of the holiday season, with selections from his #1 album, A Family Christmas, and its deluxe edition. Earlier in 2025, Bocelli also performed shows in February across Omaha, Knoxville, Tampa, Savannah, and Sunrise. Then in June, he hit New Orleans, Houston, Austin, Tulsa, and Denver. That is a relentless schedule for any performer, let alone one who is 67 years old. But Bocelli shows no signs of slowing down. If anything, he seems energized by the milestone of 30 years in the business and determined to make this chapter of his career the most meaningful yet. And there is more. Bocelli also announced a special curated experience called A Weekend in Napa, set for June 20th, 21 and 22, 2025. This 3-day event in Napa Valley will feature sunset performances, culinary offerings, winery visits, and daily experiences throughout the region. On Friday, Andrea and Veronica Bocelli will host a limited seating VIP dinner featuring special guest performers curated by the couple. On Saturday and Sunday, Bocelli will perform with the Oakland Symphony during sunset at Charles Krug Winery. This is not just a concert. This is Bocelli inviting fans into his world, sharing the things he loves, food, wine, music, and beauty, in an intimate setting that large arena tours cannot provide. Then in September, Bocelli will co-direct a historic concert with Pharrell Williams at Vatican City. The event will be held in St. Peter's Square for the first time in history and will stream live on Disney+, Hulu, and ABC News Live. It marks the closing of the Third World Meeting on Human Fraternity and the celebration of the 2025 Jubilee year. Bocelli said that on the evening of September 13, fraternity will take center stage, expressed through the universal language of music and the stories of those who have made it a life's choice. This is a massive cultural and spiritual event. The Vatican does not open St. Peter's Square to concerts often. The fact that Bocelli is co-directing it with Pharrell Williams shows his ability to bridge worlds, bringing together classical tradition and contemporary culture. 2024 was already a landmark year for Bocelli as it marked the 30th anniversary of his iconic career. To commemorate it, he released a new duets album featuring collaborations with Ed Sheeran, Celine Dion, Luciano Pavarotti, Shania Twain, Chris Stapleton, Karol G, and more. The album went #1 on classical music charts. He also released a concert film called Andrea Bocelli 30. The celebration in November 2024, which chronicled his 3-day July concert event in Italy and featured star-studded appearances. That film was a hit in theaters. Now with the documentary, Because I Believe, Bocelli is giving fans something deeper. Not just performances, but the man himself. All of this activity, the tours, the films, the special events, points to something important. Andrea Bocelli is not coasting into retirement. He is not resting on his legacy. He is actively building on it, making sure that his message reaches as many people as possible while he still can. His faith drives this. His belief in love as the force that moves the world drives this. And his understanding that time is precious drives this. Bocelli has lived through losing his sight. He knows that life can change in an instant. He knows that the ability to perform, to sing, to share his gift is not guaranteed. So he is maximizing every moment. Fans are responding. The reactions to the documentary announcement on social media have been overwhelmingly positive. One person wrote, "Amazing, wow." Another exclaimed, "This guy drops a new movie every year." "Love it." A different follower replied, "Fantastic. God bless you always." People are not just excited to see the film. They are grateful that Bocelli is still here, still performing, still sharing his life with them. In an age of manufactured pop stars and fleeting viral fame, Bocelli represents something authentic and enduring. His voice has not changed in 30 years. His values have not changed. His commitment to his craft and his faith have not changed. And that consistency is comforting in an increasingly chaotic world. The documentary premieres September 21, just one day before Bocelli's 67th birthday. It is a moment for reflection, celebration, and gratitude. Bocelli has given the world so much through his music. Now he is giving even more by opening up his life, letting people see the man behind the voice, the husband, the father, the friend. The title, Because I Believe, is perfect. It captures the essence of who Bocelli is. A man of faith. A man who believes in love. A man who believes that his voice is a gift meant to be shared. And a man who believes that even when the world goes dark, music can light the way. The latest on Andrea Bocelli is not scandal or controversy or decline. The latest is a man at the peak of his powers, creatively and spiritually, using everything he has learned over 30 years to create his most personal and powerful work yet. The documentary, the tours, the special events, the collaborations. All of it is building toward something bigger than just entertainment. It is building toward a legacy of love, faith, and the belief that music can unite us all. That is why the headlines are breaking. That is why fans are excited. And that is why Andrea Bocelli, at 67, is more relevant and more inspiring than ever before. Because he believes. And he makes us believe too.